many times on the podcast, it's like, I feel like, yeah, thing we're going to talk about is the idea of authenticity and how I think of it.
I have a Paul Revere looking hairstyle going on right now. Maybe I'll put my hair up, but good morning, guys. I am waiting. No way. 13 minutes? Absolutely not. It's hard to find a driver this morning. But I'm going to Seattle. Long story short, I had to call out of a different trip, which I was really upset about. I did not want to call out at all because I was really looking forward to it. It was a downtown Seattle layover because we have a new hotel down there that we've had on and off this summer that I haven't stayed at yet. And I ended up having to call out because of endometriosis issues. And I was devastated about calling out, but a new one popped in. So now I have this new one, and I'm just excited that I get to go back and stay at this new beautiful hotel in downtown Seattle. I can't wait to show you guys. I have about 24 hours there. Everything's on time right now, thank goodness. I just want to get over there. I don't know if I'll need a nap. I might take like a baby nap. I haven't seen how much sleep I got last night. I got like 5.5 hours of sleep last night, so maybe we should do a little cat nap before we go out and about in the city today. Okay, all of these Ubers, this one's 10 minutes away. There's no reason for that. Uber, I love you, but Lyft is saving the day right now. And Lyft is exactly 3 minutes away. Okay, so guys, what are we gonna do? I have a few things up my sleeve. It is gonna be hot in Seattle today. It has been either freezing in Seattle or blazing hot when I've been there. There's been no in between. There's been no like nice like 75 summer type weather. Like it's either boiling or I need a jacket or like a sweater. But oh yeah, I have my coffee. I put colostrum in here. I put some Arma colostrum, honey, lots of cinnamon, honey all over it. And then I use Stumptown coffee, like espresso ground, and what else? Oh, whole milk. And then I just packed a green smoothie. I've shared recipes before for my green smoothie in other vlogs. Packed a green smoothie, a Chomps jerky stick, and then some seaweed snacks. That's all I brought today. I am going to eat, obviously, in Seattle. Seattle has good food, and I am so tempted to go to Din Tai Fung in Seattle. That's like all I do is go to Din Tai Fung. We'll see. I'll try to switch it up for y'all. But I just love my Din Tai Fung, and I haven't been to the one in downtown Seattle, but who knows? Maybe I'll do like something else instead. I do want to try to keep it healthy. I've been doing really good on my goals, but we can catch up on that later. Let's go to the airport. My Uber's here. We've arrived. I don't know why it's so dark in here. Okay, there's me. Hello, let's walk in. Should we do the restroom first? Let's see the restroom. Very dark. So this, I don't know if any of you remember, but when I did, wow, this is actually really pretty. When I did a Savannah layover, we stayed at a similar hotel. It's like the same company, but here's the big, gorgeous bed. I can't have any of that. Usually they take this stuff out for flight attendants, like they don't even have this in our rooms. But since this is a newer hotel, maybe they haven't. Yeah, because usually we need some of that space. Oh, they have recess drinks in here. There's a lot of mirrors in here. Oh, a robe, perfect. A little pot, that's nice if I want tea. Let's see what the view is. Wah, wah. It's just another building. I can see a little sliver of the water, but not much. I am on a high floor too. Wow, that looks straight down. The view is subpar, but apparently the rooftop here is gorgeous. So I'm gonna unpack. I will say I'm starving. I'm absolutely starving. Because I didn't eat any of the food on the plane. I just had my smoothie and then a couple of my snacks that I brought. So I'm kind of craving like maybe a sandwich or something. A sandwich sounds really good. I mean, I'm right at Pike Place. So there's just so many options for me since I'm right downtown and I could go to Pike Place Market. I don't know, I've been to Pike Place so many times. I kind of want to, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, even though I've been there so many times, I do feel like you can experience something different when you go, like just try different foods or whatnot. But let me do some research, iron this shirt, and then we'll figure it out. I was gonna take a nap, but now that I'm here, I'm just too excited because we're staying in the city. I've never stayed in downtown Seattle. I've always just been like through it. It's always just been coming here for a few hours and then having to leave. Now that I'm here and I'm sleeping here and everything tonight, I don't know, it's like almost like seeing the city kind of differently. I have to say the lighting in this bathroom is incredible. I'm almost at the very end of my Marvin's toothpaste from Rome. I gotta get a new one. I've been using the jasmine one. Oh my God, it is so good. It's like the best tasting toothbrush, I think. What? Best tasting toothpaste. That's really hard to say. Best tasting toothpaste, okay, that I've ever had. I really probably should wash my face and redo like my sunscreen and makeup, but I can't be bothered today. I know that's kind of gross. I do rinse off after the shower. What? I do rinse off after the flight though. This smells so good. This is my Salt and Stone bergamot and hinoki. Smells amazing. I have that body wash too at home. This is what they use for their toiletries here. Smells very good. Bow Makers is the name of the scent. DS and Durga, however you want to. Okay, I'm all ready. Have my little leather fanny pack from Amazon that I love so much. My little Gap hat. And I decided where I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go to Market Grill in the market, and I'm gonna get at the marketplace, and I'm gonna get this famous blackened grilled salmon sandwich. Apparently it's a big deal. It is probably a very like touristy thing to do. I don't care. I'm a tourist, I guess. So I'm excited to try it out. It's wild, fresh fish, blackened. It looks absolutely delicious. So I'll have to show you guys, and it might be cute to walk around the market a little bit. So I'm hoping a little less busy, obviously, then. Oh, and one last thing, my perfume, Extra Milk by Deadcool, my classic layover scent. This morning when I went to work, I put on Elo by Diptyque, and I just love that one. The pear smells so good, but this is guaranteed to get compliments nonstop.
I slipped up, thoughts I can't hide. Don't wait for me to change my mind. I opened it and I won't go. I'm just taking.
I got blueberry, lavender, ginger beer, and it's delicious. Oh my God, I'm out of breath from walking up the hill. I have to say that sandwich was absolutely amazing, but I had the most jarring experience there just now that it kind of like, basically, so you order your food and you can either sit at the little bar or sit at this like outdoor area that they have. I sat outside obviously so I could people watch. And I waited like maybe like 10 minutes to 15 minutes for the food, which was fine because it was interesting people watching. This guy came out to drop off my sandwich. He came out, he said, Vera, dude looked like a really tall, really skinny Steve Aoki. Like he was covered in tattoos and he was wearing sunglasses, even though he was primarily working inside a pretty dark cafe situation, whatever it is. So, and when he like comes out, he goes, Vera, and I said, yes, that's me. Just like frown, like a blatant frown. Hands me the sandwich. I said, thank you, walks away, nothing, doesn't say anything. Okay, dude, whatever. I eat my sandwich, it's so good. I'm still enjoying my time, watching people walk by, eating the delicious sandwich. I wasn't even listening to anything, I'm just listening to the people around me. It was so nice. The food was so good, it was really good. And then I finish, I wrap up my trash, and I'm looking all over the patio and I don't see a trash can, but there is like the door that goes into their kitchen or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't go in there, but there's at the door, right at the door, there's 3 trash cans lined up. One says compost, one says recycle, and one says like trash or something. And they have them labeled. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's where I'm supposed to throw my stuff. So I just step into the door frame and I start to like put my trash away because like I said, there wasn't a trash can anywhere else on that patio. And I wasn't gonna leave my stuff on the table. One, there's like, you know, we're by the water. There's seagulls around probably, I don't know. I just didn't want to leave it there if it's not supposed to be left there. So I'm putting my stuff away. This guy, Steve Aoki, comes around the corner, screams. And I'm not exaggerating. Listen, I'm a flight attendant. I'm used to people being like rude or speaking down to me or whatever. When I tell you this guy screamed, he goes, please don't come in here. Thank you. And he took his leg and he kicked the door shut. It came, sorry for my language. It came, I had to jump because I started swearing. It just like the wind, like from the door. Everyone on that patio turned around and stared at me. I know I sound like I'm being dramatic, but that's exactly how it happened. It shook me up, like to the point where I was like, don't be a baby, don't be a baby, don't be a baby, don't let it affect you. This is him and his problem. It has nothing to do with you. You were trying to be nice by throwing your trash away, and got literally screamed at by a man who hates his life. Bro, it's not my fault that you work there. That you work in the touristy spot imaginable in the Pacific Northwest and you hate humans. Bro, that's what I was just like, are you, whoa. I get people getting annoyed with tourists when they're being like too much or annoying, but I was genuinely just trying to throw trash away. I wasn't in anyone's way. I wasn't blocking anyone. Ooh, he was ready. And it was so awkward because I didn't even know what to do. Like after it happened, I'm not joking. Everyone was staring at me. I was just like, I was like looking around again. I'm like, did I miss something? Like, is there another trash can out here? And it's not like I was ready to ask him. Like I wanted to ask him, but the door was slammed in my face. So I couldn't even ask them like, oh, is there somewhere else I was supposed to throw this? Even if I wanted to. So I just walked away, but I was like, okay, don't let that like ruin your mood because you were in a really good mood. But I couldn't help it. It like really upset me. It's so stupid. I shouldn't let someone like that bother me, but it was just so mean. It was like so mean and so uncalled for. The tone, the way he did it, the way he screamed it so loud, very, very like condescending, kind of like sarcastically nice. Just so rude. Blew my mind. I hate to be like negative or like bring the vlog down, but I was like trying to calm myself down afterwards. I ended up walking back by and he was the one working the counter. Like I walked back by the inside of it in the market. Dude was just standing there staring at me. Like he has a vendetta against me. I glanced at him quickly and like kept walking. I'm like, what is this guy's? There was no one standing there. And he's just like, do I remind you of like an ex-girlfriend that you hate or something? I don't know, who like really screwed you over. Maybe he knows a Vera that he despises and he wanted to take it out on me. Whatever. His day is way worse than mine if that's his behavior. So I'm like really debating what I should do. There's the Japanese garden, but that's kind of like, I'd have to get an Uber to go there. And even then it's like an 18-minute drive, kind of far. So I'm thinking maybe I should do that with someone sometime that I'm here. There's the Chihuly Museum, which I've been to before a long time ago, but I really want to go again and re-experience it because I remember it, but I just love Chuli and I would love to see his artwork some more and again and kind of have a refresher. It's absolutely stunning outside. And I kind of want to go over to like Capitol Hill area. I would like to go to Elliott Bay Books. I don't know. I'm in a very indecisive mood. I was going to just like go straight to the Chihuly Museum and just keep the day kicking. But after that experience, I drank my little blueberry lavender ginger beer. I was just kind of like, let me calm down in my room for a minute, rant to my friends, you guys, and then regroup and then head out and figure out something to do. There's makeup all over my face. Okay, I just took a almost 2-hour nap. I should probably put eye drops in, but yeah, I look really puffy and tired. Oh, my eyes are so bloodshot. Took a 2-hour nap. I already feel so much better. I think the reason I was being a big sensitive crybaby is because I was like sleep deprived and I was trying to power through the day. So now that I've had my little nap, I feel 100 times better. There's a boba place around the corner that I want to try. So I'm gonna get some boba and then we're gonna go to the Chihuly Museum. I feel like I have a plan now, like I have purpose. Let's go to that museum. battery life on this camera, so I'm gonna talk as long as I can, and then I'll have to switch over to my phone. I'm eating dinner in my hotel room at 10 o'clock at night, which is not what I wanted to do at all. But the reason that I'm doing this is because after Cary Park, I have so much I want to talk about, but I'm gonna eat this food. After Cary Park, I Ubered, which I was not expecting it to be as expensive of an Uber as it was. It was $20 to come back. It was $10 to get there. I thought it would be similar to come back, but no. It was so expensive. I was gonna go to this sushi place that was kind of by Pike Place, and I walked by it earlier, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. And I knew that they were closing in about 40 minutes, and I don't like to walk in places right before they close. I really don't like to do that. But it was like right around the corner from my hotel, so I was like, okay, this is perfect. Like, I'll just run in here, have a quick bite to eat before they close, and like 40 minutes is plenty of time for me to like eat and get out of there. And it's like the kind of sushi they make it right in front of you, so I feel like it's really fast. I don't know. I walk in there, and before I can even like say anything to anyone, the guy looks at me, he goes, we're closed. So rude. And I stare, I'm like taken aback. There's people in there eating. They look at me because it's a tiny little place, and I was just like, oh, okay. And I look at the door. No, they weren't closed. They didn't close for 40 minutes. Google Maps said they didn't close for 40 minutes. I looked at my phone at the time, and then he looked at me like in this panicked way. And I'm like, it's not even, whatever, goodbye. I don't want to eat here if you don't want me to eat here. But like, I could tell he was telling me that he was closed before he was supposed to be telling me that. For sure. They messed up my roll. Anyway, I ended up ordering a roll from Uber Eats, which I really didn't want to do because it's already nighttime here. You know what? Let me just show you the roll. Here's the roll. I'm going to talk to you guys when I finish eating it because all I can think about is eating this right now. Look, I'm already having to switch to a different camera. My battery died in that one. I think it's called umi sake sushi or something like that. But I got that. There's some miso soup over there in a very like shallow container. So it's really hard to drink or to eat or whatever, but I asked for this tuna roll to have cream cheese added to it. They didn't do it. The delivery fees are absolutely insane in downtown Seattle. They're absolutely insane. The sushi roll plus the miso and the upcharge that I didn't get in my sushi, the upcharge for the actual sushi for the cream cheese, it all totaled out to like $27. The fees before tip is $16. $16. So it was saying over $40, and I was like, how in the world is it over $40 when my sushi roll was $22 or $23, and then the miso soup was also $3? Like, that's insane. Or $4. Anyway, and they didn't even make it. I was like, I got desperate though, because the streets here are really unsafe. They're really bad in Seattle. I hate to be negative, but it's so much worse than I remember. And I was here last summer, but like, and I've never walked around Seattle by myself. I've always been here with people. This is my first time in the city by myself walking around. And there are so many times I see other girls having to do it too, where I'm having to cross the street to avoid someone. A lot of the people here, like, you know, homeless or like addicts or whatever, they're really aggressive, very aggressive. There was a man holding this like big, like, it was like a staff, it looks like one of those nice wooden staffs, but he was holding it and swinging it around like crazy. No one could stand anywhere next to him. There was another guy on the street when I was walking towards the Chuli museum, screaming, throwing like haymakers into the air. Couldn't walk past him. And there's just a lot of that. There's like a lot of people like absolutely losing their mind here. I don't feel comfortable like having my headphones in. I didn't listen to anything at all on my headphones today while I was out. I haven't. The only like time I listened to anything was when I was here in my hotel room, like getting ready or whatever, because you have to be like 100% aware of your surroundings. So I'm like, what am I going to do tomorrow when I want to get coffee? And like one of the places I wanted to grab coffee at, I have to walk through like the worst part of the city in the morning, like in the early hours of the morning. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's already 10. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to talk to you guys more tomorrow, or maybe after I eat this. I don't know. We'll see. I ended up passing out after I ate that sushi, which is like a good and a bad thing because I hate falling asleep with a full stomach. And it always, like, my stomach is just gurgly for the rest of the night when I do that. But I slept pretty good last night. I slept like 8 hours. I woke up around 6 and I was like, no, I'm going back to sleep. And I went right back to sleep. The only thing, so like, look. Well, I thought there were trash cans out there, but I guess maybe it's like a truck. I don't know. but there was something making so much noise last night. Not last night, this morning. And I think that's what woke me up, just like loud banging noises. Oh, that's nice. I can see someone doing hard drugs over there, like plain as day. It's like, there's like an alleyway that I'm looking down at. I'm not gonna show the person, obviously, doing what they're doing. That's one thing to wake up to. I swear, like, I feel safer in San Francisco than I do here. I forgot to tell you guys last night. So one of my friends, she lives like near Bellevue. Her mom, I don't know if her mom lives in downtown Seattle, but her mom was in Seattle downtown here a couple months ago and she got stabbed. And she's an older lady. So I just don't, I like could have woken up. Oh, I should stop looking at it. I could have woken up and walked to Whole Foods. That's what I originally wanted to do. But the thought of walking like through the city to Whole Foods really early in the morning just gave me pure anxiety. And I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. So I just went with my gut on that one. I would do it with someone. Like if I was with a friend, I would do it. But by myself, I don't know, by myself in Seattle, in like the downtown like metropolitan area, I don't feel comfortable hanging out alone. I'm about to go get coffee and then maybe I think there's like a lounge area on the roof here. I might go to H Mart and get some food, but I need to be back here by 9, so I kind of have to do all of that now. It kind of stinks having to like just get ready for work and not really have like a whole morning to myself, but I really needed to let myself sleep so I don't feel that bad. My face is blotchy this morning. I don't know why. And my bags under my eyes have been kind of bad lately. All right. Let's go get some coffee. Okay, I'm back. I went to H Mart. I'll try to do a little haul of everything I bought in a minute. I walked through the forbidden area that a few people said do not walk through while you're here in Seattle, and it is between Pike, basically like the intersection of Pike, is it Pike or Pine? I feel like it's whatever, and 3rd Street. I mean, if you're from Seattle or familiar with the area, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, I still use this Merit. I should have shaken it a little bit more, but the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. This stuff is so good. I feel like I want a little bit more eye drops. I walked past that area and it was bad. It was really bad. But it wasn't as bad. I don't know, maybe because I'm just in a better mood today. I'm not sleep deprived like I was yesterday. I think I was just on edge all day yesterday because I was sleep deprived mostly, which it's so hard for me with these early trips to get sleep. And it's not like I don't try, I really try. I know one person was like, you need to sleep, it's good for you. Like, yeah, I know that, thank you. I don't mean to be sassy, but like, obviously I try to get sleep because I feel like crap if I don't. But anyway, so yesterday I think I was on edge. Today I felt better. I probably could have walked to Whole Foods and it would have been totally fine. And you guys know, like, I'm not a baby when it comes to this stuff. I am a regular in San Francisco. I walk all over that city. So I'm used to this kind of stuff. I was doing all Portland, Oregon's last summer and I stayed in the city. It's like I'm not new to like rough areas or rough cities. It's something that I'm actually very used to. But something about Seattle, I don't know what it is with this particular city, but when I tell you I saw while I was out today, I don't know how many people doing things like, you know, enjoying substances. I don't know how to say it without like, YouTube is weird with like things that you can't say on here, but like just right in front of me, you know, like right on a bench on a main street, like in front of everyone. And I've seen that like in San Francisco, and I've seen that in Portland too, but I have never seen it as bad and as blatant as I have here in Seattle. And that's saying a lot. Like even in Union Square in San Francisco, I've never seen, cause you know, I'm comparing like a very like central touristy downtown part of one city to another. Cause obviously there's streets in San Francisco where it's right in your face. And same with like Portland, Oregon, but like right in the middle of the downtown where people are like going to work, there's like tourists walking around, it's right in your face. The only other time I saw anything like that, where it's just like everyone's doing it with no shame right in front of you, like while they're waiting for the walk sign to turn on to cross the street, was Vancouver, Canada, which is interesting considering we're so close to Vancouver here in Seattle. So I thought, I don't know, it's just kind of crazy. Last night I was so upset with everything, like the food situation, was still a little perturbed about like the attitude of people at Pike Place, that I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep my other layover here, because I was so turned off by everything and how expensive everything is. Like I spent so much money yesterday. Obviously I knew like the Chihuly museum was gonna cost money, but that was worth every penny, and I'll get into that in a minute. But like with the Ubers and then the food and then the everything being closed, or like not everything being closed, but like, you know, not wanting to be out late at night by myself while it was dark out around here. So I had to do Uber Eats, which was insanely expensive. I was just like, what can I even do here that I haven't already done? Like I don't wanna just spend my whole time at Pike Place Market, even though it is beautiful there. Like there's so much more I want to do, but I don't want to feel on edge while I'm here. I don't even know where I was going with that, but I decided, this morning I had a completely different experience. Even though I said, you know, everything that I saw this morning right in your face, I felt comfortable walking around because there were so many other people who were like going to work or like going to workout classes and whatnot, running errands. So I was like, okay, I felt a little bit better. And over towards where I want to go to Whole Foods and whatnot, there's like an Amazon building over there, you know, like a workplace. That's where like the spheres are. And I think it's a little bit more, I haven't been over there, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a little bit more like corporate in that area, I think, based off what I saw on the maps. So I feel like I'd be a little bit more comfortable walking over there. So I'm like, okay, maybe like I have it in like 2 weeks, I think. Maybe I'll just feel better and then I can go back over. I do like Capitol Hill area. I really want to do the Japanese gardens, but based off these crazy Uber prices, I'm like, is that even gonna be worth it? Unless I'm with like 3 other people to split the Uber with, because to go like a quarter of the distance was $20. I can't imagine how much it's gonna cost me to go from here to the Japanese gardens. But all of that aside, also like I feel like this would be a really good layover to have because our hotel has a really cool rooftop bar and it was really interesting. I sat in the lobby for a minute last night and I just people watched everyone going and coming from the rooftop bar. Everyone was dressed so nice. Like it was a really cool crowd and I was like, oh, that would be fun to do with a friend or with like a good crew, to go hang out at the rooftop bar, actually bring like a cute outfit or something, because I had nothing to wear other than workout clothes for this layover. I did that on purpose, but I feel like that would be the perfect vibe here in Seattle, because what I was planning was to just do kind of like my normal like grocery shop, walk, kind of just bop around, which isn't, I don't really think downtown Seattle is the best for that for me, just for like all the walking that I normally do on a layover. I feel like this is more of a have fun kind of layover. This definitely isn't, I guess the best way I could put it, this definitely isn't a home away from home kind of layover. This is a fun experience layover to do a couple times a year. I got this Giorgio Armani sample from Sephora. It's just an eyeshadow. I got it with my rewards points. It's really pretty. I've been using the Patrick Ta blush. I have it in She's Blushing. It looks so dirty. But you use the cream. This is the Patrick Ta blush brush too. And you put the cream first and then you do the powder over it. It can be like really bold, but I kind of like it. What I want to talk about, the Chihuly Museum. Oh my God, it was so good. I could go to that museum over and over and over and over again and never get tired of it. I really wish I sat and stayed for the whole theater part. There's like maybe 6 different videos that they play about him and some of his art installations around the world from like, some of them are like 20 something years ago. I could have watched those all day. I watched 3 different ones. The main one that I wanted to see was his Jerusalem installation at the Citadel. Incredible. I saw pictures of that years ago, like when I was a teenager, and it stuck with me for so long. And that's part of the reason why I love Chihuly so much. I love Chihuly because my grandmother loved him, and she had a book about him that I remember going through and just absolutely loving. I remember her telling me all about him, and then I got to, you know, experience his artwork in person once I became a flight attendant and started going places like Tacoma and Seattle, because we used to lay over in Tacoma. And of course at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. So Chuli has always been very special to me, and I'm just fascinated by the art of glass blowing, and I'm dying to get one of his books. I want like a coffee table book from him. There were two different, well, there's technically two of them are a set, and then one of them is its own book that I can't decide which one I want. One is, it's like two different volumes of his artwork over the past however many years. I think it goes from like 80 something to 2014 from both volumes. And I love those books because you can really just see all of his work over the years and read about them and whatnot. But each book is $75. It's so expensive, worth every penny, obviously. And definitely like an investment piece, and I would have it for forever. And then I could have a little piece of his artwork with me, you know, like pictures, obviously. And then there's another book that I was like, well, I really love this one too. I feel like I should just get the 2 volumes. Eventually, I can't get it now. I'm trying to be smarter about saving money. And with the amount of money I spent yesterday, I easily could have just like had those books if I sacrificed other places, but like eating. But there's another one, it's the Chihuly garden installations, which that's my favorite work by him, is all of his garden installations. And the book is bigger, so the pictures are bigger, and I like that aspect of it. I don't know, but I think the volumes would be the best investment because it's all of his work, and it includes the garden installations. But the garden installation book is also $75. It's a giant, big coffee table book. Oh, I'm still using, by the way, my highlighter, which always looks so good, is the Merit highlighter in Bounce. It's their Day Glow Serum. Mascara is the Better Than Sex brown mascara. What else did I use? I've been using Hourglass Tinted Veil. This is my second bottle. I might switch back to my Merit complexion stick, or I might get another bottle of this. I don't know. I like this stuff because, I don't know, I just like it. I thought it had sunscreen in it, but I guess it doesn't. Oh, and then just the Laura Mercier setting powder. Ah, yes, and then I put this on. This is the Say Sun Melt, and I use it in medium bronze just for a little like warming up of my face. Sometimes I put on a little extra contour, the Milk Stick Matte Bronzer in Baked, and then I finish everything off with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Brushes, I think, are really important when using makeup and getting the application right. So for the Sun Melt, I use the designated brush that comes with the Sun Melt. This is the Tarte foundation, like buffing brush, whatever. This is like an OG. I've used this for years and it needs to be cleaned. When I say, like, honestly, I've used this since 2011, maybe even 10. However long it's been out, I've used this thing for. Oh, and then another thing that I used that I didn't share, I let it go. The Hourglass concealer brush is incredible, and I use the Hourglass concealer. I have it in the color Fawn, and I feel like it looks pretty good. The lighting in this bathroom is incredible. That's a reason alone to continue bidding these layovers. Okay, I have 20 minutes until I have to be downstairs. All I have to do now is get dressed, but I do now have time to show you guys my H Mart haul. I'll do that in a moment, but back to Chihuly. They have some of his pieces in there that you can buy, and one time I was looking for his pieces online. I know I can't afford them, I was just curious. The Real had some of his pieces. One day, mark my words, I will own a piece of his artwork, a piece of his glass work, blown glass. I'm just absolutely mesmerized by his work. I always have been since I was a kid, and my grandmother would show me his stuff. So it made me even think like I should look to see if there's any like glass blowing classes in the Boston area. Obviously there is around here, I'm sure, but that would be something so cool to do. It's a dangerous craft. It's just so beautiful and it's so fascinating, and what I would give to see like his Jerusalem, I don't even think it's up anymore, but to see his different installations everywhere. I have a few marked off my list. There's even one in Boston at Pier 4, but I just love it so much, and I'm gonna get the books eventually, the volume 1 and volume 2. But I highly recommend, if you are in Seattle, don't skip the Chihuly Museum if you appreciate that kind of stuff, because it's just incredible. Like all of it, I don't know, I could just stare at it for forever. And please don't skip the theater part either, because it's so interesting just to see how his mind works and how he brings his visions to life, and how he has so many people that are a part of his projects and how they all work together to bring this beautiful vision together. And watch, I say, at least 3 of the videos, because there'll be like maybe a 5-minute break or less between each video that plays in the little theater. Watch at least 3 of them. And if you can, make sure you're able to see the Jerusalem one. I think about that all the time. Also, a tip, if you visit the Chihuly Museum, if you want to get like a cool photo or video of the work, turn the while you're filming, you can like on an iPhone, hold your finger on the screen and pull the exposure down. That will really make the actual artwork when you're in the dark rooms pop out and all of the background just go black. So you're really only seeing the glass or the chandeliers, whatever it is that you're filming, because it's easy with like the way the lights shine on the artwork there for it to just kind of get washed out a little bit. And I noticed that in my videos at first. I'm like, why isn't it popping through? And then I realized, oh, if I pull the exposure down, it really makes the glass work pop. So let's do this little H Mart haul. Okay, we got some lychees. You know what's annoying? Google says you pronounce it lychee, like L-A-I is how it says, but everyone says lychee, so I don't really know. But I got some of these to eat. I got this Grolsteiner. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sparkling water. I really like this stuff. Some watermelon. I got a Beecher's cheese. Hopefully I remember to eat that. I always forget when they're in my bag. A Chobani drink. I would have loved the Chobani Complete, the 20 grams of protein one, but this will do. I got some hojicha tea. I have some of this at home from Peak Life that I've really been enjoying. I got this one from Ito Inn, and then because they didn't really have any hot food, so I just got this Wild Planet wild tuna bean salad for something easy to eat on the plane for protein. And that's it. And then, oh my God, I gotta show you guys. I got some flowers from the market that I'm gonna try to take home. She gave me some water. Hopefully these don't get dried out on the plane. I don't know if it's good to put this little bag over it or not, but I just wanna protect the petals. So yeah, now it's time to get dressed. Okay, I know this was a very long and very yappy vlog, but I'm gonna yap a little bit more here at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I ended it very abruptly because I ended up being late for my van, I think. Or not late for my van, but I ended up I just had to rush, and then it was time to get in my van, and I couldn't say goodbye or add anything else to the vlog, and I just flew home that day. But I'm ending it off here. I know it's a long one for me. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it down anymore from where I'm at now, but it's at 38 minutes. I might cut a little bit down, but I hope you guys enjoyed all the Chuli stuff and little bits of the market and just all of my yapping. So much talking in this vlog. Some people complain about it. Oh well. I treat these vlogs like they're my journal entries, especially when I'm alone on a layover and I'm not hanging out with anyone. I could just go on and on talking. But for those of you who are new here, my name is Vera. I make flight attendant vlogs. I feel like I haven't introduced myself in a vlog in a while. You can follow me on TikTok or Instagram. I'm taking a break from Instagram right now, but I'm at Balanced Flyer, just like my YouTube channel name. Please say hello. I've been noticing a little bit more of an influx of followers lately, so if you're new, especially, please say hello. It's really important to me when I hear from new followers. It means the world to me. And that's really it, guys. Give this video a like because it really supports my channel too. Okay, I will see y'all in my next vlog. Bye.